and arguments to bring forth expedient conclusions.
Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. The purpose of advocacy is that to ensure all people in society are able to have their voice heard on issues that are important to them, protect and promote their rights, and most importantly, have their views and wishes genuinely considered when decisions are being made about their lives.
Today, we are all gathered here for the closing ceremony of the 17th All India Moot Court Competition for the Justice V.R. Krishnaya Ever-Rolling Trophy put forward by Government Law College Thiruvananthapuram in association with Government Law College Thiruvananthapuram Moot Court Society.
Mooting in today's generation is something considered to be one of the most important factors which everybody knows. To cut problems to a person, brevity is best because it leaves no room for inattention by listener. Mooting makes you brave and confident personality. The challenge and the excitement that we experience while mooting cannot be gained in classes.
Government Law College Thiruvananthapuram, with its slumbering legacy of 148 years, stands a landmark in legal education history of the country. All India Moot Court Competition, organized by Government Law College Thiruvananthapuram, has always been a decisive battleground for wit and legal aptitude.
The Moot Court Society in Government Law College, Trivandrum, has been in place for decades, producing some of the country's finest lawyers. Government Law College, Trivandrum, is widely acclaimed for its All India Moot Court Competition with a count of 16 exhilarating editions and 9 stellar editions of the Alternate Dispute Resolution Competition and Trial Advocacy Competition. The Government Law College Trivandrum Moot Court Society is one of its kind in the whole fraternity of legal education, with sole aim to bestow the students of Government Law College Trivandrum with ample opportunities to foster research skills, advocacy skills, legal drafting skills, and other essential expertise to mold an individual into a seasoned litigator.
Ladies and gentlemen, I, Ashik Ashraf,
And Meena,
extend a delightful evening to all those who are present here in this auspicious occasion. Today we are all blessed with esteemed personalities on the dais.
before we begin the valedictory session to this cosmic event, I would like to request Vaishnavi 4-5 students to come forward and start this event with prayer.
There is no better way of exercising the imagination than the study of law. No poet ever interpreted nature as freely as a lawyer interprets the truth. We have with us Vidisha Assistant Professor at Government Law College, Thiruvananthapuram, who of course brought forth the Moot problem, the premises on which our competitors exercise their legal intuition and knowledge. I now invite Moot sir to officially welcome our guest into this valedictory session.
Respected Lordship, Babu sir, Valedictory sir, Vijay sir, our beloved principal, Vijay sir, Advocate Minister sir, Vice President of PTA, my dear faculties of Monopoly District, my dear friends, and my dear students, then the participants coming from the various corners of this country, from the front of this country, to participate our Moot Court competition. This Moot Court exercise is the 17th All India Moot Court competition. For the last 2 years, in spite of being the fact that our country is crippled with pandemic crisis, we are happy to say that without having a failure, without having a break, we managed to conduct virtual Moot Court competition. Around 20 teams from different parts of India participated in that competition. After the pandemic crisis is almost over, after the iceberg is slowly melting down, I think so. Now we are in a more happy social environment. This time we are happy to announce that we got 40 teams. In fact, nearly 56 or 60 teams originally registered. After having a screening test, because of the limitations, we are constrained to accept only 40 teams. 40 teams from different parts of India, the budding, young, energetic, coming up lawyers or future judges or persons who adorn the various arena of legal or other official actually participate in this competition. Therefore, we are immensely happy to say that we are restarting our offline Moot Court competition, this time with much extravaganza and more social coordination. In fact, without breaking the social break, for the last 2 times we are conducting the Moot Court, now we are restarting it again. So we know that Moot Court exercise is very, very important for a law student, just like surgery for a doctor. A doctor is expected to be a theoretician, and at the same time he must know the art of how to conduct the operation. This is one of the reasons why we are saying that medical profession and legal profession are basically professional courses. In the sense, mere academic knowledge is not sufficient. The way in which you are expected to read in between the lines of the statute, how to cleverly answer the tricky questions put forward by the learned judges, where to stop, where to start, where to become silent. Everything is the art of advocacy. An art of advocacy cannot be taught in classrooms. It is an exercise, and we are happy that the 3 most eminent practical personalities adopt different array of judicial fields really participated in our Moot Court final competition. From the first round onwards, we can see the vigor, strength and energy of young budding lawyers. The period of competition actually extends beyond the time limit, and itself shows your energy. Anyway, I am not going much into the other parts of the discussion because we are having 3 eminent sitting high court judges who are definitely have to say something more and more about the beauty, the depth, the issues, everything of the legal field you are going to face. We are having our principal, we are having another personality, definitely he is also from the bar. Therefore, I am confining my limited lecture only for the purpose of welcoming the august dignitaries of this function. Let me first of all welcome His Lordship Justice Babu Sir. Babu Sir, none other than the proud alumni of this college. Apart from that, he is having a wide experience as a judge in different courts, including civil courts, criminal courts, because till he is elevated from this city, actually I think he is elevated from the High Court, from Trivandrum district and such as this. So actually it is from Trivandrum, I think the Lordship is directly elevated into High Court. Much fortune, definitely may be amazing for the judge. The wide experience of Justice Babu Sir as a judge, I think he will definitely share with you, and the learned judge will definitely enlighten you and encourage you in his address. Now, may I welcome Justice Valedictory sir. Valedictory sir is also the proud alumni of this college. The learned judge is also elevated from district judge post to High Court. So he is also having an experience as an advocate, and he is also having an experience as a judge in different courts. So the experience the learned judge gains through ages is quite visible at the time when both the judges are asking very good questions in the final Moot competition. For and on behalf of the Moot Society, though the floor is already given, I will say warmly welcome you, sir. Now, Justice Diju Abraham sir. Diju Abraham sir is the product of our brother or sister institute called Global Law College, Ernakulam. Just like Global Law College, Global Law College, Ernakulam is also an engineering institution for lawyers and judges. It is very near High Court also, so it is an inspiration for most of the budding lawyers to become a High Court lawyer, then to become a High Court judge. It is almost visible from Global Law College, Ernakulam, which is I think situated just 2 kilometers from the prestigious judicial capital of Kerala. Justice Diju Abraham sir is directly elevated as a judge after having over a practice in High Courts that to in different fields. The learned judge also is gracious enough to come all over the day, patiently attend the hearing and convey his good messages. So for and on behalf of the Moot Society, I also welcome you, sir. Now, just for formality, but not for formality, I am welcoming the pillar, the architect of our institution. Vijay sir also originally, first of all, he was a lawyer, then he is a judge, and after voluntarily relinquishing, Vijay sir decided to join academic field. For me, I think there is no difference at all between academic field, judicial field, practical field, everything is started, but the different dimension of law. So I most respectfully welcome, most humbly welcome our beloved principal, the architect of the competition, the man who is silent but very authoritative in his decisive decision. So I most respectfully. And now I welcome Advocate Ramesh sir. Ramesh sir is the PTA president, and he is also coming from the bar. During my days as an advocate, he was also practicing at Worker Court and Article Court as an excellent civil lawyer. Now I realize that he is also equally expert in service matters, and he is the standing counsel of Kerala Public Service Commission, and he is one of the best government leaders in administrative service. For and on behalf of the Moot Society, I respectfully welcome Ramesh sir to this one. Now, may I welcome the budding, future, energetic legal fraternity coming from different parts of India. We are heterogeneous but homogeneous. In the sense, we are having heterogeneous culture in food, religion, race, everything. But the homogeneity regarding the spirit of the constitutional morality, the requirement of criminal law. So many homogeneous factors regarding legal aspects, constitutional spirit, the need, the criminal legal system, whether to reform a system or to retain the present system or we want a new system, all those things actually bring representatives from different states into the southern part of Kerala. And I think all of you enjoyed Moot Court competition. As I have already stated, winning or losing is not a matter of much concern. The point is whether you are confident in presenting the matter, and sometimes your perspective may not be the perspective of the judge. Sometimes the performance of the other side may be better for a judge. It doesn't mean that you are not bad lawyers. Every lawyer is a good lawyer. No lawyer can consistently win. Every lawyer is having a history of winning and losing. So in spite of being the fact that whether you win the competition or lose the competition, the most important point is you qualify and you participate, just like you qualified in the world of football. So the question is whether you qualified. The most crucial match may be the quarter-final match. May not be necessarily the semi-final or final. So the crucial, fascinating matches may be quarter-final, maybe semi, maybe final, maybe eliminated, whatever may be. Keep the spirit of Moot Court, keep the legal spirit. Thank you very much all my participants who studied the Moot problem, analyzed the Moot problem, argued the Moot problem from different parts of India. Thank you very much. Now I think, I don't know whether I request to welcome my own students, because the Moot Court competition is conducted for our own students. So in spite of being the fact that this competition is conducted for you, when you are present here to understand the things, to study the things, participate in different areas. We know that there are different phases in Moot Court competition, like contamination is there, contamination is there, contamination is there. All of you work hard day and night to make this a grand event. This is not our success, but definitely your success. Just for formality, but for hospitality, I welcome all of you into this function. I think I have already taken more time than I expect. The learned judges have to say, have to enlighten, have something more. The much awaited results are here. So many prizes are awaiting. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We welcome Digital Moot to this event. A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell what his influence does. We have with us our principal, Dr. Vijayakumar sir. I invite Dr. Vijayakumar sir, Principal Government Law College, Trivandrum, for the presidential address.
Good evening to all. Honorable Justice K. Babu, Honorable Justice Badruddin sir, Honorable Justice Vijay PTA Vice President Education, teachers, participants, students, non-teaching staff. Today is a pride moment for Government Law College Trivandrum that we have conducted the Moot Court competition in a very successful manner. Offline, after 2 years where we could not conduct the competition in offline mode, and this year's competition is so special that this year we have, as I have I already said in the welcome the presidential address during the inauguration, we have the enrollment and a historic number of enrollment. We got about 48 teams from the length and breadth of India, law colleges universities going in this competition. That is, so far, in my memory, there is no such enrollment has happened in this competition. And as far as Moot Court competition, I will speak from the inaugural address, and there are still more to hear about the Moot Court competition, importance of Moot Court competition. I also know the pain which a student takes to prepare for the Moot Court competition. Because when I was a lecturer here, I used to train the students for competing in the Moot Court competition. There are so much, it is not an easy job to prepare for a Moot Court. Because the Moot Court problem itself is as we say, is a problem itself. And we sarcastically say about the Moot Court problem maker as the problem maker. Because it is really a problem for the students who are preparing for the Moot Court competition. As I had heard from this problem, there is this problem was still some Turkish problem was formulated by Sir Vijay, the welcome speaker. The judges also was commenting about the problem. Anyway, we all know the importance of judiciary, importance of constitution, importance of rule of law. I did not elaborate all to the law students and law teachers. As far as the judiciary is concerned, they are the guardian of the rule of law and also the Constitution of India. And the judges are recruited from the bar, and from to the bar, the recruiting field is law colleges and law universities. So the grooming field for the judges or bar or bench, everything is from the beginning is from the law colleges and law universities. So each experience as a mooter is something added to the future career of a law student. So in that way, the participation of the Moot Court competition by the students, I am sure that it will be a rich experience for them. As many of the speakers are saying, it is not something which is to console the participants who are not able to win the competition, but it is a reality. That is, participation itself is, the performance and participation itself is winning, is equivalent to win. It is win-win situation because ultimately only one team can win. And all the participants were, I heard from the judges from the preliminary round onwards that all the participants were, they were arguing the case as a seasoned lawyer. And especially in the final round also, I heard from the judges that the student lawyers were very arguing like seasoned lawyers. So, with these words, I am not prolonging my speech. I take this opportunity to congratulate all the teachers, the Moot Court Society, Meena Kumari, Anju Rajan teacher, Vijay sir, all the teachers, all the non-teaching staff, all the students of this college, all the entire students of this college, non-teaching staff, and several of our alumni who have presented over the preliminary rounds, semi-finals, and my greatest gratitude is to all the three judges. Two of them were the alumni of this college, and all the three judges merely simply on a phone call, they all agreed to come over here from Ernakulam to here to present over this function. That is the two teams which entered into the final round got the they were lucky to argue before three sitting judges of the High Court. They are lucky in that sense. With these words, I also extend my my best wishes to the winning team and also the runner-up in advance. And I also extend a warm welcome to the 18th edition of our Moot Court competition. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mr. for your words. Justice is conscience, not a personal conscience, but a conscience of the whole of humanity. Those who clearly recognize the voice of their own conscience usually recognize also the voice of justice. We are blessed with the presence of Honorable Justice K. Babu, Judge, High Court of Kerala. His Lordship, an alumnus of Government Law College, Thiruvananthapuram, assumed the office of the Judge of High Court of Kerala on February 25th, 2021. With immense pleasure and pride, I now invite Honorable Justice K. Babu to address the valedictory session.
A very good evening to all. President of the function, Dr. R. Kumar, my brother Justice Valedictory, Justice Viju, other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, my dear students, the participants in the Moot program. I am, in fact, immensely happy to be present in this campus, as I am an alumnus of this institute. Returning to Government Law College after 30 years brings back lots of memories. Now we realized that this was the final year class in which I studied in 1993. And I participated in a Moot court practice. I think it's part of the curriculum. And now we have seen vibrant, energetic and erudite next generation lawyers too. I congratulate the participants in the Moot court competition. And in advance, I congratulate the winners. The results will soon be announced. Now, coming to the lawyering profession, I hope that all of you, and most of you, may opt the lawyering profession in the future. I must say that lawyering profession is an honorable profession. You are going to be social revolutionaries in the future. While going to the profession, I will remind you that in the quest for achieving the best in the profession, don't forget that almost 30% of the population in the marginalized society is not sufficiently getting access to justice. Spend your time, spend a portion of your time, energy and developing to help the marginalized class to redress their grievances. I would further remind you that in the profession, you don't confuse with law, justice and morality. What is just may not be legal, and what is legal may not be just. And you are expected to advocate for the achievement of justice. Law is only a means to justice the end. There are cases wherein law is functioning as an apparatus of coercion. I refrain referring to those cases because some of them are subjects. So I remind you to spend your life, spend your time and spend your professional career for the achievement of justice by resolving the lack of consonance in law and justice. What we in some cases find is ruled by law. And you understand that you are expected to uphold rule of law which is different from rule by law. You are expected to uphold rule of law that is the constitutional morality. Above all, you keep in mind while flourishing in the profession that dharma is the utmost principle you have to uphold. We are expected to function within the four corners of dharma, which in the present system is the constitutional rules. And I wish you all luck, future, and I wish you all trust in your career and life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your knowledge. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We're caught in an inescapable network of neutrality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. We have in this Honorable Justice A. Valedictory sir in the ties. His Lordship was a proud alumnus of Government Law College, Trivandrum. It is my privilege to invite Honorable Justice A. Valedictory sir for the keynote address.
Good evening to all. The teacher who ended with matters because I have some problem. My spectacle is not that of me. I experienced difficulty while dealing with the Moot court also. My classmate Mr. Biju said, don't call me, don't discuss me to our classmates, but I am not inclined to hide it. It's my classmate and Dr. Vijay Kumar, my brother James, advocate, and teachers, dear students, my Sangates in I think Justice Babu has given you an insight how to perform and how to motivate yourself. Before that, I first of all express my gratitude to the Moot Court Society and principals of the college for inviting me to this function. And I remember that as part of curriculum, why argued is as part of Moot Court, I sat in the third chair and also the final examination of 3-year LLB also was written by me by sitting on that bench. I think 10 years before, we had an alumni and we had assembled here for that purpose. And thereafter, this is the first time I am visiting the law college. And there is a change that we shifted there. And apart from that, no change, the atmosphere is almost similar. And there is a canteen also is here. Apart from a temporary canteen that is working just below this building. Anyhow, I have gone through my past memories as that of a child, and I have cherished, flourished, and also enjoyed a lot by attending this program. Apart from that, what I intend to say is, even during my student days of studies, I even not showed any brevity to come into the stage and argue even as participants in the moot court competition. But you people, 40 teams, that means 80 students from various parts of the country, with your enthusiasm on a call to each here participated. I think all of you are competent to represent your own case, though it is a hypothetical question, whatever it may be. You are able to present your case, and because of the slight mark difference, except two teams, other teams eliminated prior to our arrival itself, and we had no occasion to see your performance. And from the performance side, we have noticed as part of moot court, I think that low education in India is on its right path, and the molding of lawyers for the future generation, they will become teachers, they will become jurists, they will become teachers and scholars and also researchers in the field of law. We have a rigid and protective constitution, and we are all cherishing, protecting it, and the laws emanated therefrom are the law we are governing. And also, as my brother said, when we are dealing with a question or a dispute, even though on the facts the keys cannot be justified by law, we are bound by the law. That is why we are rendering justice according to the rule of law and not any other consideration. So we have the law first, then appreciation of evidence, then decision thereon based on the law that has been settled by interpreting each and every provision of law by the apex court and the high courts being constitutional courts. So whenever you are presenting a case, you should read the provision first. So reading a provision, whenever you read, if it is 100 times, 1,000 times, whatever it may be, you will get definitely a new idea on each and every reading. If you read CPC, Order 1, you will get a new idea today. If you read tomorrow, you will get a new idea. And the widening or adding the imaginations of the judge, jurist, with the way in which it has been interpreted to suit the requirement of the present question to be posed before the court of law. So, I advise you, being students and lawyers of the future generation, including judges, as I said, various courts, even legislatures, even administrators, whatever it may be, when we are approaching the law, what we feel is that we will study the provision of law first. Don't be on the decision of it. Then, supporting the interpretation, you may go on to highlight laws, citations. If you notice that in Kerala, throughout, what I notice is that whenever a question is asked by a lawyer, he will immediately place a decision stating that this is the dictum. What is the dictum? In fact, dictum is a misnomer. Dictum is the precise idea that has been conceived by the editor of the journal from reading the judgment, which may sometimes wrong us. Sometimes judges are, advocates are tempted to produce judgments, but the dictum may be in his favor. In reading the facts, evidence, and the law governing the field, the judgment is totally against the lawyer who produced. So, after reading the provision, you may please read the judgment as a whole. First of all, what is the case advance verification of plaintiff, respondent, like you, prosecution, whatever may be. Then what is the defense that has been put up? Then what are the questions to be decided? Which are the provisions of law dealing with the said question? Then this is the provision. Then read the decisions as a whole and produce those decisions before the court, and decisions based on an identical fact is the ratio of the decision which is liable to be followed in a subsequent case of same nature. If at all there is divergence, even though there is some rule, can be distinguished from the facts, and another judgment also is possible. Before parting, I may express my gratitude to the participants and also your temptation to be part of the moot courts and also part of the system and providing for a long time, starting from the morning itself. If you are given biryani during lunch, you may feel that absolutely happy. If it is given during supper, you are also then absolutely happy. If you are given biryani during midnight after disturbing your sleep, you may feel that this is nuisance. I don't want it because sleep is better for me. So this may be your body language because of the diagnosis you have done. So I am not saying much more. I advise you to read the provision, study the law. Each law should be placed after reading the facts and the ratio therein. Then mold yourself. I have noticed one point that I would like to particularly mention. Here two things we have faced. I have put certain questions. My brothers are also equally put certain questions. But they show the temerity to be bold, to give answers. That is the boldness a lawyer should inculcate to become a successful lawyer. Just being honest, questions with you, and also to test you. If you are aware of the gray area of the law you are arguing, or are you aware of the latest decision on the point, or else previous decision which is directly dealing with the question. This is the way in which judges are putting questions. Don't be afraid. You must answer the question to the extent possible that you can within your knowledge, and to be bold and continue the profession in any form. And with these words, I am concluding my speech, and also I thank you all once again and the Moot Court Committee for inviting me. Again, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. We're extremely honored and privileged to have you with us. Each time a man stands up for an ideal or acts to improve the lot of others or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope. We are blessed with the presence of Honorable Justice Vijay Abraham, sir. His Lordship was appointed as Additional Judge of High Court of Kerala on the 11th of August and assumed office on 30th August 2021. With equal pleasure, I humbly invite Vijay Abraham, sir, to special address.
Honorable judges, Justice Babu, Justice Valedictory, Honorable Principal Dr. Biju, other dignitaries on and off the rise, and my dear young friends. I'm extremely happy and delighted to be part of the 17th All India Moot Court competition for Justice V.R. Krishna Trophy for being a judge in the final round of the competition. At the outset, let me express my gratitude to the organizers for giving me a chance to be part of this great event. It's always a pleasure coming back to the law college. I joined law college in the year 1990 at Ernakulam Law College. I think we also share a portion of the legacy in the Trivandrum Law College. Because I see in our calendar that also the same principal's name is from as the first principal of Ernakulam Law College. I think there's some shifting in between from Trivandrum to Ernakulam or something like that. Anyway, it's always a pleasure for me be along with the law students. I feel that I've come back to my college days. This 5 years I spent in the law college was the most lovely moments in my life. I think we same to you all. Enjoy the time to have and also utilize it to the best of your ability so that to prepare yourselves to become a good lawyer or a part of the legal profession. This chances like participating in the Moot Courts, etc., you should not never leave. You grab the opportunity, make your maximum effort. Because these are all events which makes or mold a lawyer and a future lawyer. Extremely happy to be here. I wish you all the very best, and I congratulate all the participants and the winners of this competition. We have to be part of the finals, and we saw the performance teammates and that's all the quality of the coming generation. I'm extremely happy to see that. Anyway, wishing you all the very best. Thank you.
Next, I'm glad to invite Advocate S. Ramesh, who is the Vice President of PTA from the Government of Trivandrum, to facilitate the event.
Respected Principal, Collaboration Master, who presides the meeting, Honorable Mr. Justice, Sri K. Babu Sir, Judge High Court of Kerala, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Valedictory Sir, Judge High Court of Kerala, Honorable Mr. Justice Sri Vijay Abraham Sir, Honorable Judge of the High Court of Kerala, Sri BGS, who welcomed all of us, and Srimati Dr. Anju Rajan, who is to say a word of thanks. Respected teachers, parents present here, dear students, it's really a moment of extreme pride and pleasure that we, the Government Law College, could successfully organize the 17th All India Moot Court competition for Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer, your role in talking. When we hear of the name Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer, the greatest legal luminary the nation has ever seen, who we can say, as we used to say, before Christ and after Christ. Before Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer and after Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer. Such a radical change he could bring with administration of justice. The role of judiciary has been uplifted and justice was brought into the common people by the sheer crusade of Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer. And in his name, we are conducting this competition. So it is really a moment of extreme pride and pleasure. Dear students, I have also had the opportunity to listen to, hear and see some of you performing. Really I am pleased to see the dazzling performance of our participants. And it reassures that the future of advocacy in our country, the future of the justice delivery system in our country is not weak. But at the same time, we cannot sit idle. You know that you are the leaders of the times to come. When we look into the history of the world, we can see that all the revolutions have been led, all the changes have been brought in by lawyers. All the revolutions have been led by lawyers, including independence, freedom movement in India. And we are the forerunners of democracy, we are the forerunners of freedom, freedom of expression, freedom of thought. But how far? If I put a simple question to you, who is ruling you? You may come to say that it is the Prime Minister. Or some of you may come to say that it is the President. Or some of you may come to say it is the Supreme Court. Because the Supreme Court is there to protect the human rights. But the reality is, answer, no. Not the Prime Minister, not the President. We are ruled by law. That is why we would say that rule of law. And then you may ask, why can't the government change the laws? It is not always possible. Because all laws made by the Parliament or the legislatures are subject to the scrutiny of the courts. And the court can set aside it. Court can say law is ultra-vires the Constitution. So, all laws, the fountainhead of all laws is the Constitution. And until and unless we have the Constitution, You have gone through the constitution. What the preamble says? We the people of India have solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic nation. What a beautiful word. Sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic. Can we find the meaning of these words in our daily life? We may boast that India is the largest democracy in the world, and probably the most sophisticated and most acceptable system of government. But even our democracy was at stake at different points of time. You may know that after coming in the force of the Constitution, even the Constitution was suspended during emergency. You might have heard of it. That during the period of emergency, the Constitution was kept aside. The human rights, even the Supreme Court could not intervene. When the declaration of emergency was challenged before the Supreme Court, you know that the Supreme Court expressed this inability to protect the human rights. The Supreme Court in a majority judgment said when the constitutional principles, constitution itself is kept aside, then the court cannot grant any, protect any human rights. But even at that time, you may know that there was a judge, Justice Khanna. He wrote a dissenting note. But anyhow, because of that, he was denied the opportunity to become the Chief Justice of India. So we have the history that even the principles of Constitution can be kept aside by the powerful rulers. Now where the country is going, whether all these beautiful words such as democracy, socialism, secularism, can we find this everywhere? The answer is a big no. Why? Even the courts are not daring enough to protect human rights. Now, the Chief Justice of India was constrained to remind the central government that collegium is the law. You don't know anything. Collegium is the law. As Advocate Nariman said, it is a lesser evil. If that is not even there, what would be happening? The judges will be appointed by the ruling party, and they will write judgments according to the tunes set by the parties or the central governments. And then where we will find our human rights. So this is high time. I am just referring to these things because you are the future. You are the fighters you are the persons to protect this constitution. This is your prime duty to protect the principles of constitution. If the family judgment was not there, probably the basic principles, basic structure of the constitution could have been changed. Now there is move to constitute a larger bench and to set aside the judgment in case of the family. And even the governments want to occupy the whole powers into their hands. And what would be the result? Definitely, the result would be the nation moving towards fascism. So, whenever you find that the democratic values, the constitutional principles values are at stake, it is your duty. I would like to remind you that it is your duty to protect our constitution and the constitutional values. Anyhow, I take up this opportunity to congratulate all the participants and all the upcoming winners also, and making this event a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful words. The moment we have all been waiting for. We now move on to the prize distribution ceremony for the 17th All India Moot Court Competition for Justice V.R. Krishnaya Ever Rolling Trophy.
We will begin with the Best Researcher Award. The Best Researcher Award goes to Mahalakshmi J.S. from Tamil Nadu National Law University. Receiving a cash prize of 5,000. We request Mahalakshmi to receive the prize from the scheme. From Honorable Justice Valedictory, sir. The prize money is sponsored by Fortune IAS Academy.
Now for the Best Memorial. The Best Memorial Award goes to Tamil Nadu National Law University. I now request for participants to come forward and receive the prize from K. Babu sir. The Best Memorial Award for the Advocate Vyasan Koti Ever Rolling Trophy, sponsored in his name. Now for the Best Student Advocate.
We request the winning team.
We requested participants from Tamil Nadu National Law University to receive the trophy. Advocate Vyasan Koti Ever Rolling Trophy, sponsored in his name. Hearty congratulations to the winner. Now for the Best Speaker. Have you guys any guesses? The Best Student Advocate is also the Best Lady Advocate. The award goes to Christy Teresa Suresh from School of Indian Legal Correspondence. I will now request Christy Teresa Suresh to come forward and receive the prize from Honorable Justice Vijay Pranath. We take this opportunity to thank Fortune IAS Academy for sponsoring the cash prize. Now for the 8th position. The 8th position in the 17th All India Moot Court Competition for the Justice V.R. Krishnaya Ever Rolling Trophy goes to Army Institute of Legal Studies, Bengaluru. I request the team members to come forward and receive the award from Principal from Minister.
The seventh position for the 17th All India Moot Court competition for Justice V.R. Krishnaiah Ever-Rolling Trophy goes to Chennai Dr. Ambedkar Government Law College. We request the team to come forward and receive the award from Vijay sir.
Now for the sixth position. The sixth position for the 17th All India Moot Court competition for Justice V.R. Krishnaiah Ever-Rolling Trophy goes to Symbiosis Law School, Nagpur. I now request the participants to come forward and receive the award from Sir Ramesh.
The fifth position goes to School of Indian Legal Thought, Kottayam. We request the students to come forward and receive the prize from the minister.
Now for the fourth position for the 17th All India Moot Court competition for the Justice V.R. Krishnaiah Ever-Rolling Trophy. The fourth position goes to Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University School of Excellence in Law. I now request the participants to come forward and receive the prize from Dr. Vijay Kumar sir.
The third best team for the 17th All India Moot Court competition goes to National University of Advanced Legal Studies, Kochi. We request Vijay sir to award the winners.
Heartfelt congratulations to all the winners. Now we request honorable judges to announce the results of the 17th All India Moot Court competition for the Justice V.R. Krishnaiah Ever-Rolling Trophy put forward by Government Law College Thiruvananthapuram in association with Moot Court Society of Government Law College Thiruvananthapuram.
The team award goes to University Institute of Legal Studies, Punjab University.
invite all the judges to over the prize money for the runners up was sponsored.
The prize money, rupees 25,000 for the winners, was sponsored by FTC and Government of Valedictory. The prize money, rupees 25,000 for the first winner, is sponsored by PTA and Government of Valedictory. Heartfelt congratulations to the winner. Now I request the runners-up to come over and receive the trophy. One glorious story of love.
The runners-up prize money of rupees 10,000 was sponsored by Krishna A. Now, I formally invite Dr. Anjura Ma'am, Associate Professor, for the vote of thanks.
So now we have come to the end of 17th All India Moot competition, and I'd like to render a vote of thanks to our distinguished dignitaries. Before that, I'd like to say that due to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, our Moot Society was kept in abeyance the Moot competition for the last 2 years in offline mode, and now we have resumed it. And being the general convener of Moot competition this year, I like to express gratitude on behalf of Moot Society to large number of people who have supported us in making this a grand one. So I am seeking an apology from our distinguished guest to kindly grant me time for rendering vote of thanks. Respected dignitaries on the dais, dear colleagues, dear participants, and my dear students of Government Law College, Trivandrum, a warm good evening to you all. The D-Day has come, and now we are witnessing the closing ceremony of 17th All India Moot Court Competition for Justice V.R. Krishnaya Ever-Rolling Trophy. The Moot Court Competition is a very important event when it comes to a law college, and we, the Government Law College Trivandrum, is fortunate to add 40 teams across the country who have come here to mark their talent in this Moot Court competition. Now, it has come to an end, and we are blessed to have 3 eminent judges from Honorable High Court of Kerala to chair the finals and the valedictory section. The Moot Court Society Government Law College Trivandrum is privileged to render our vote of thanks on behalf of college as well as the participants to Honorable Justice A. Babu for rendering a thought-provoking valedictory address. Thank you, sir. We are much privileged and honored to have you with us. I now request Principal Dr. Bijukumar sir to hand over a token of gratitude from our part to Honorable Justice Mr. Babu. Thank you, sir. The Moot Court Society, on behalf of college and participants, are much honored to express our sincere gratitude and thanks to Honorable Justice A. Badruddin sir for his keynote address. Thank you, sir, for your blessings. I now request Dr. Bijukumar sir, our beloved principal, to hand over memento as our token for gratitude. The Moot Court Society, on behalf of Government Law College and participants, express our sincere thanks to Honorable Justice Viju Abraham sir for his special address. Thank you, sir. We cordially express our sincere gratitude to you, sir. I welcome Dr. Vijaykumar sir to hand over the memento. Now, to our principal, Dr. Vijaykumar sir, who is the captain of the ship and who has been with us for the past 4 months for making this event a fruitful one. Sir has stood with us day and night to make this a memorable event. Thank you so much, dear sir. The Moot Society express our sincere gratitude on behalf of Government Law College to Advocate S. Ramesh, Vice President PTA, for all the support and help rendered by PTA in organizing this event. Thank you so much, sir. The Moot Society thank each and every participant from various institutions who have came here to participate in this event and make it a remarkable one by contributing and by expressing their mooting abilities. Thank you, dear participants, you made our day. Now, to our dear teachers and volunteers, no words, dear colleagues and my dear students, without your support, the Moot Society will not be able to organize such a vibrant mood with 40 teams from across the country. Each committee, starting from registration, comprising of Selina teacher, Sanju teacher and Pita teacher, with our beloved volunteers who registered in the committee, have done a tremendous effort in completing registration, all arrangements and certificate writing in a time-bound manner. The reception committee by Sini teacher, Veera teacher and Ani teacher with their vibrant team members have made the committee work a remarkable one. The court arrangement committee by Vanihita teacher, Dr. Bindu teacher and Tanju teacher with their energetic team members have arranged 10 courts for prelims, 4 courts for semi-final quarter and 2 courts for semi-finals and the final court in a very beautiful manner. The court management team where the Moot actually inducted comprising of Shima teacher, Rini teacher and Priya teacher with their energetic court managers Aisha, Anna Mariam, Asha Mary, Durga, Genka, Nikita, Shrira, Tessa, Vaishnavi, Rahul, Govind and their court officers in various courts have done a tireless effort in making the smooth function of the court, which is to be really appreciated. The tabulation committee comprising of Krishna Kumar sir, Dikti teacher and Jaysuri teacher have provided their mind and soul in the tabulation work to avoid any type of discrimination. With their team members have done a tremendous contribution. The food management committee consisting of Sajista, Amina teacher and Sangeeta teacher with their vibrant team members have made a high contribution to avoid any delay in providing food by reaching early morning for the past 2 days. The media committee headed by Safisa and his crew has made the live streaming and the live coverage of inauguration, finals and valedictory and their contribution is highly remarkable. The transportation and accommodation committee headed by Giri sir with their team members have put a great effort in organizing this in time. At the outset, the Moot Society like to thank Sanju teacher, Bindu teacher, Krishna Kumar sir, Selina teacher, Dr. Bindu teacher and Amina teacher for providing their vehicles for the transportation of our participants for the last 3 days. The judging committee headed by Meena teacher who is the treasurer of the Moot Society and has made a valuable contribution in this Moot competition. Thank you, dear teachers and volunteers for your valuable contribution and support. The Moot Society also express our sincere thanks to Valedictory sir who is retired from our college last year for the support he has rendered. The Moot Society thanks Sri Vijay sir, the general coordinator who is the man behind the Moot competition have been with the participants for all the 3 days. Thank you, dear students. The Moot Society express our sincere regards to the student coordinator of various committees for their hard work and dedication. Thank you, dear. The Moot Society express our sincere gratitude to the college union headed by Ashwin Ashok and his team for the tremendous support and hard work in the smooth functioning of this prestigious event. Thank you, Ashwin and your team. The Moot Society express our sincere gratitude and thanks to all dear students who have played a remarkable contribution in the cultural events which have been organized yesterday. Special thanks to dance club, to Ananta Padmanabhan who played a violin, and to all the singers and to all our dear students. I also like to thank from the part of the Moot Society the participation which has been made by our participants who have made a colorful event today. The Moot Society extends our special thanks to Kailasnath and Vaiva for the unconditional help they provided during the research interview and memorial evaluation. The Moot Society and all the judges who have judged the preliminary, quarters and semi-finals for the last 2 days and made this event happen. The Moot Society extends our sincere thanks to librarian Kalpana Madam and to other non-teaching staff of our college for the support they have provided. The Moot Society express our sincere thanks to those who have helped us from various corners, food by such caterers and Budapesti unit, transportation facilities, light and sound system by our dear student Jitin Ram, and the flags, banners and certificates by our student Amal Raj and all others who have been with us throughout this event. The Moot Society thanks Ashik Ashraf, Anshika Paul and Meena for their comparing in inauguration and valedictory address. The Moot Society wishes all our dear participants a wonderful future ahead and thank you for making this a grand success with the blessing of God Almighty. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful words. I request the participants to stay back after the national anthem to receive the participation certificate. We will have the national anthem. The participants, please stay back for the participation certificate. The winners also stay back for a photograph.
Stay back for photo session.